Hello everybody. So today we discuss about production and operation management, production planning and control, that is PPC. So this is our third part. So production planning and control is concerned with directing production along the lines set by the planning department. So production planning and control may be defined as the planning department. Production planning and control may be defined as the planning, direction, and coordination of the firm's materials and physical facilities towards the attainment of predetermined production objectives in the most economical manner. So, production planning and control is a predetermined process which includes the use of human resources, that is, raw materials, machines, etc., in organizations. So, production planning control, that is PPC, is the technique to plan each and every step in a long series of separate operations. So it helps to take the right decision at the right time and at the right place to achieve maximum efficiency in organizations, in production. So stages in production planning and control. Number one, planning. Number two, operations. Number three, control, the main points. Scope or classifications of production planning and control functions. Number one, materials. Number two, methods. Number three, machines and equipments. Number four, routings. Number five, estimating. Number six, loading and scheduling. Number seven, dispatching. Number eight, progressing. Number nine, inspection. Number 10, evaluation or controlling. Number 11, cost control in organizations. That is the main 11 points in organizations for PPC. So, production planning, preparation of a proper production plan is key within production planning and control. So, orchestrating a plan allows production to have a schedule to follow, which can further improve the entire process in organizations. Now, a production plan can determine what is going to be produced in organizations, where it is going to be produced, the place, how it is going to be produced, by who it is going to be produced. It involves the organizations of an overall manufacturing system to produce a product. The objective of production planning is to provide a physical system together with a set of operation guidelines for efficient conversion or conversation of raw materials, human skills, and other inputs into finished products or finished goods in organizations. So the production plan is considered or conducted through information about quantity, quality of raw materials, customer order, and the overall budget. This is how the plan is able to generate multiple schedules and equally or quickly translate them into labor requirements for machines, workers, or any materials. Overall, the production plan is the foundation of the entire manufacturing process, and production planning and control software makes it much simpler in productions. So, factor determining the production planning procedure. Number one, volume of production. Number two, nature of production processes. Number three, nature of operations. So, first, production control, the importance of production function. Provide for the production of parts and assemblies and production of required quality and quantity at the required time. So, provide for optimum utilization of all resources. Coordinate, monitor, and feedback to manufacturing management, achieve the broad objectives of low cost production and reliable customer services. Now, benefits of production control: improvements in profit through the reduction in indirect costs set by cost reduction in scraps inventory cost. Number two, competitive advantages: reliable delivery to customers, lower production cost, and greater pricing flexibility. Elements of production control: number one, control of planning; number two, control of materials; number three, control of tooling; number four, control of manufacturing capacity; number five, control of activities; number six, control of quantity; number seven, control of material handling; number eight, control of information. Now, factors determining production control procedures: so nature of production, complexity of operations, and magnitude of operations. Now, objectives of production planning and control: to ensure safe and economical production process, to deliver quality goods in required quantities, to ensure production of quality products, to maximize efficiency by proper coordinations in production process, to ensure maximum utilization of all resources, to place the right man for the right job at right time for right wages, to maintain optimum inventory levels, to maintain flexibility in manufacturing operations, to ensure effective cost reduction and cost control, to plan for plant capacities for future requirements, to effectively utilize plant to maximize productivity, to minimize labor turnover, to reduce the waiting time, to ensure proper delivery of goods. Now, main elements of production planning and control. Production planning and control divided by two: planning, plan your work; control, work your plan. Routine, loading, scheduling, dispatching, expediting or follow up corrective actions in organizations during production. Number one, routine; number two, loading; number three, scheduling; number four, dispatching; number five, follow up; number six, inspection during production; number seven, corrective. So, number one, routine. Once production plans are generated and ready to execute it, routine comes into play. It is about selection of path or route through which raw materials pass in order to make it into a finished product. So the points to be noted while routining process are full capacity of machines, economical and short route and availability of alternative routing, setting up times for the processes for each stages of routing or route is to be fixed. Once overall sequence are fixed, then the standard time of operations are noted using work measurement technique also. Now, loading and scheduling. The next step within production planning and control is scheduling. Loading and scheduling are concerned with preparations of workload and fixing of starting and completing date of each operations. So one on basis of the performance of each machine's loading and scheduling task are completed. So this is when the production plan is almost completed and ready to be enacted. So now scheduling differs from planning by diving into the details of the production process during production. Now dispatching. Dispatching is the step in which All of the work on paper is then turned into production. Dispatching is the routing of setting production activities in motion through the release of orders and instruction in accordance with previously planned time and sequence embodied in route, sheet and schedule charts. Regarding production, it is here that the orders are released. Now, dispatching requires coordination among all the departments concerned. This is obtained through very degree of centralized control. Under centralized control, dispatch clerks centrally located release all orders including the movement of materials and tools necessary for the operations. Now, expediting follow up. Once dispatching is applied, expediting is the final step within the production control process. So it is a control tool which brings an idea on breaking up, delay, rectifying errors, etc. So during the progress of work, this features conducts analysis on production and keep track of any inefficiencies and waste that is created and attempts to locate ways to further improve the process. As this process is completed, the entire cycle restarts and production comes closer and closer to reaching maximum efficiency. Now, inspection. Inspection is done to find out the quality of executed work processes in organizations. Corrective. At evaluation process, a thorough analysis is done and corrective measures are taken in the weaker spots. So corrective actions is needed to make effective system of production planning and control. By resorting to corrective measures, the production manager maintains full control over the production activities. For instance, routing may be defective and the scheduling may be unrealistic and rigid. So the production manager should try to rectify the routes and lay down realistic and flexible schedules. Workload of machines and workers should also be determined scientifically. If schedules are not being met, the causes should be fully investigated. Now, stages of production planning and control. Production planning and control is done in 3 stages, namely pre-planning, planning and control. Stage 1, pre-planning. Under this phase of production planning, basic groundwork on the production design, layout design and workflow are prepared. The operations relating to the availability, scope and capacity of men, money, materials, machines, time are estimated. Stage 2, planning. This is a phase where a complete analysis on routing, estimating and scheduling is done. It also tries to find out the areas of concern for short time and long time so that prominent planning can be prepared during production planning and control. Stages 3, control. Under this phase, the production includes are dispatching, follow-up, inspection and evaluation. It tries to analyze the expeditions of work in production progress. This is one of the important phases of the production planning and control. Now, the production and operations management cycle. So, strategic planning, tactical planning, implementation, operations, control, evaluation and replanning. And functions of production planning and control: department, production planning and control, production planning, production control, estimating, dispatching, routing, follow-up, scheduling, inspections, loading and evaluations, as we discussed about this earlier. Now, limitation of production planning and control. The limitation of PPC based on assumptions. Number 2, employees may resist changes. Number 3, time consuming process. Number 4, difficult due to change in environmental factors. Now, production planning and control, PPC in different production system. So, PPC in job production, it involves the manufacturers of productions to meet specific customers' requirements of special orders. The quality orders is usually small. Example are credit and debit cards, smart cards, boilers, steam engines, processing equipments, materials handling equipment, etc. So, type of job production, a small number of production produced only once. A small number of product produced intermittently when the needs arises in productions. A small number of productions produced periodically at known intervals of time. So PPC is difficult in job production due to following reasons. Number 1, every job order is of a different nature. Number 2, specific job orders are assigned to different workstations. Number 3, scheduling is dependent on the assessment of production times and estimating is based on judgment. So PPC in batch productions is the manufacture of a number of identical articles either to meet a specific order or to satisfy continuous demand. Now, types of batch productions. A batch produced only once. A batch produced repeatedly at irregular intervals when the need arises. A batch produced periodically at known intervals to satisfy continuous demand. PPC is continuous production. Continuous production is normally associated with large quantities of productions and with a high rate of demand. So, types of continuous production, mass production and flow production. So, PPC in process industry. The main tasks of production planning and control in the process industry is to maintain a continuous and uniform flow of work at the predetermined rate in order to utilize the plant and equipments fully and to complete the production in time. Now, requirements of effective PPC system. Number 1, sound organization structure. Number 2, informations feedback system. Number 3, standardizations of materials, tools, equipments, labor, quality, workmanship, etc. Number 4, trained personnel. Number 5, flexibility. Number 6, appropriate management policies. Number 7, accurate assessment of manufacturing lead time and procurement's lead time. Number 8, plan capacity should be adequate to meet the demand. So, production planning and control is a costly device as its implementation requires separate persons to perform the functions of planning. So, dispatching, executing, etc. Small firms cannot afford to use the services to specialists for the effective performance of these functions. So, production planning and control offers capabilities that can add your manufacturing facility by improving overall production efficiency while also minimizing waste, ultimately allowing your facility to utilize resources to its fullest. The process of production planning and control is a continuous one since control starts where planning ends and planning starts where control ends. So that's for the video, my friends. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot.